Hello, Noofs, and welcome to the grand finals of the Hangzhou Starcraft Carnival that we've been casting for the last few videos. This video is between the red Protoss in the bottom left. His name is herO, and he's playing against my hero, the blue Protoss in the upper right. His name is Neeb. I'm pretty excited. I love Neeb. I love herO. I like Rogue Innovation too, but mostly I love Neeb and I love herO, and I'm pretty happy that they're going to be in the PvP finals against each other.
Yeah, Neeb is a really cool foreigner. In 2017, he had a lot of domination. He won 3 out of the 4, WCS events that make up the main foreign scene. And I think he did pretty. Did he do? I think he did pretty well in the 4th one.
I think he went to the semifinals.
Yeah, I think that's
right.
Because it was a ZVZ in the finals. It was Snoot versus a Laser. Then he also won the Kespa Cup. And when he did so, it made him the only second foreigner ever to win a Korean tournament on Korean soil, after GER, who won an OSL back in like 2001 or something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, in 2018, Scarlet also was able to win IEM Pyeongchang to make it 3. But yeah, so 2017 was a year of pretty major dominance from Neeb. But 2018, he hasn't had quite the same results yet, I don't think. So I'm curious to see, This could be his breakout for the year.
Yeah, it could be. Hey, but it is interesting, by the way, that we hadn't had a foreigner win an offline event in Korea for 16 years, and then in the past year or so, we've had 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The gap
also,
is closing.
The gap is closing, but there is a gap between all of Neeb's build and all of herO's build. You'll notice. I mean, it's the standard 2 gateway opener in PvP that everybody does, but Neeb's is like 5 seconds later than herO's. It does not matter, really. I mean, everything matters, but it doesn't really matter. But it is funny. I wonder how the heck that happens. Oh well, could just be some probe micro. So it looks like herO's going to start off. So Neeb is going to go with this Stalker Sentry, and herO's going to do the 2 Stalkers.
Yeah.
Sentry generally means something less aggressive. Although there's been a lot of builds recently. There's like SOS's 4-gate build that he did in DSL in his group recently, where you just do the Stalker Sentry to fake aggression, to fake playing safe, and then just 4-gate anyways. So it barely means anything anymore as a signal.
Yeah. And then the probe does die before the Sentry pops out, so he doesn't know for sure. Although I think that, let's see, would he know that since the 2 Stalkers didn't pop out at the same time that it would be a Sentry?
I don't think he would necessarily know that. Probably not.
Anyway,
but it looks like he's going to expand anyways, so he's going to expand with the Stargate, and it looks like Neeb's actually going to go for the same thing, but slightly later.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope Neeb this could be tough, man. Just that even that little gap in build time could be a 1 Phoenix difference if they go to that place. It could be real sticky.
Yeah, and it looks like, so Neeb got a third Stalker, and then also his Sentry, whereas herO went for the 2 Stalkers and 2 Adepts. So I think...
Neeb, did he... Okay, that pylon, I think, is over where a Nexus would go.
There's also a Nexus.
And so he's gone for one of the 3rd, and I don't know if that was just a huge mistake or on purpose. Now, Neeb is very good, and so I would expect it to be on purpose, but also I don't know why you would build that pylon there, even if you meant to hide the thing on the 3rd.
Yeah.
So I think he might have just messed up and put that pylon over the natural spot.
It looked kind of questionable, but I assumed that Neeb knew what he was doing. But at one
Me
point,
too.
I know a Stalker shot like once at it, and I was a little curious about it, but didn't think too much. But I guess he decided that killing the pylon and having to build a new pylon wasn't worth it, and just decided to expand over here instead. But this is going to be tricky, especially in a Stargate situation, because now his bases are a lot further apart. And, air units are where that makes the biggest difference, because now he's going to have to defend both of them at the same time, and it's going to be a lot harder for the same units to do it. The units can park themselves basically over here, to be able to easily swing to either base, but not if he's got this 3rd base.
Yeah. One good thing for Neeb is that herO actually went for an Oracle first, and so Neeb got to catch up in terms of Phoenix production, but now it looks like he had a bit of a gap. Yeah, that's like in RuneScape when everybody follows each other.
So why was the Oracle going in the circle? Why does the Oracle go in the circle, but the Phoenixes go back and forth? The Oracle must have a lower turning radius or something, right?
Yeah, something. I have no idea.
Or I guess it would be a higher turning radius.
Yeah. So Neeb Man, this could be tricky. So herO hasn't gone for any tech beyond the Phoenixes, and he now has one more Phoenix than Neeb, I think. Yes, and so that means that Neeb's Phoenixes are basically useless for the rest of the game, which is unfortunate. Now Neeb is going. Oh man, Immortals are tough because that one extra Phoenix for herO means he's just going to be able to kill all of Neeb's Phoenixes immediately, and then lift the Immortal if and when it pops out.
Yeah.
This is tough, man. This is going to be a tough hold for Neeb, just the way that the builds broke down, and the fact that he's kind of split now. That Immortal is separated from the rest of the army in a weird way, because the army has to come in from the third. Now, Neeb does have a fourth Phoenix here before the fight starts, so they are even at the beginning, and it actually looks like somehow he's going to come out doing okay, although no, both these are going to get killed, so eventually. Phoenix v Phoenix is like the dumbest thing.
Oh, and there's an
in
Oracle
StarCraft.
here also that has now 13 kills.
Yeah, so...
19 probe kills.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty tough for Neeb. He has to vacate. He's sending all these probes back from the natural, or what was not the natural, from the third, which is
this Oracle still has
base.
energy.
Yep, and herO is continuing to make Phoenixes because he's won the air war now. Although, I guess they're even. But now that one Phoenix is going to go meet up with. Oh, this is cool. He knew that Neeb was diving for the Oracle, so he got some free shots on that Phoenix. That's pretty cool. Anyways, hero's just going to have complete control of the air battles the rest of this game.
Surprisingly, Neeb is still on close workers after having lost so many.
Yeah.
But he's so much down in army supply that
he's just going to GG. And herO wins game number 1. Kind of an unfortunate game for Neeb there. He had the Nexus that he had to build on the third base because he misplaced his pylon, which, by the way, is every Protoss's nightmare. Every single game, especially in PvZ, when I build a pylon down there, I convince myself that I've actually built it over the Nexus placement until I actually get the Nexus down.
Even when you're walling off on backwater?
Yes, especially even when I'm walling off on backwater. Yes. It's a harrowing experience for every Protoss before they actually get that Nexus down. And then he kind of just lost because he had a slightly later Stargate and his Phoenixes died, and that Oracle got to fly in there and kill 13 workers, and then it kind of went from there. Also, Immortals are not the unit of choice if you're playing against Phoenixes because they will just get lifted by the Phoenixes. Usually, you hope to scout that, and then you can go into Charge Power Archon or something like that. But hopefully he can get it back in this game. We'll see. He might have been a little bit nervous. His whole build was a little bit later than hero's at the beginning, too. I don't really know why.
I like this probe micro to carefully... Microing 2 is pretty common, but microing a correct 3 for just like 10 seconds is a very, high level... he puts in all this effort and has like maybe like 3 more minerals or something than he would have if he had just directly rallied from building the simulator to the geyser, like I'm sure probably most Protoss players would when doing this.
Yeah, it's almost like a minigame that you play with yourself at the beginning because you're bored. It's also one of those things that worse players like myself might try to emulate and then just totally waste all their APM and build their cyber.
You would do it, and then you would screw it up, and the one probe would get knocked off, and then all your probes would start going randomly around, and you'd end up losing minerals for it.
Yeah, and you'd have a complete meltdown, and then the guy's can rushing you, and you're like, I hate PvP.
And then you're like trying to micro your probes back, but you accidentally select all of them and pull them all to one mineral patch.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. So anyways, that's why I don't do that. that's probably why most people shouldn't do that. Completely mirrored builds so far, by the way. They're both going for that stock.
Oh, Neeb mines a mineral there. That's a little careless.
Yeah. Oh well.
Someone might question whether he even has top 3 control.
Someone might. Someone who has abandoned StarCraft for Overwatch might question that. Oh, I like that. hero's just trapping his probe in there so he can't get out. Although he's gonna recall.
Yeah.
Someone did the math on Reddit actually and found that it was worth like 2 minerals or something to recall of the probe.
Yeah, because it turns out you actually get slightly more than 1 probe from a chrono boost.
Yeah.
But the issue is, of course, well, for one, it takes longer to get that, and then, 2, eventually you're going to saturate and you're going to stop building probes.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I guess the end result is that it's similar, but in that situation, when your probe is trapped and your opponent's already spent the money on a shield battery to try and trap it, then it's super worth it to obviously get that recall.
Yep. So Neeb's going to throw down his Nexus. It looks just based on the minimap like herO might have a probe, but prepping to do that. Although the probe leaves, ooh, and he's actually building 2 more gateways, so we might see some shenanigans. How many does he have total? Oh,
2, 3, 4.
4 gates.
I wonder
Ben,
what you call that.
think I would call that a
Quad gateway rush.
Yeah, a tetra gate rush. I love that. By the way, this is my favorite build in StarCraft. Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, but
Before the shield battery finishes.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
No, he's not.
Wow.
Yeah. So, a huge harass going in from those stalkers grabbing that.
Yeah.
So, all right, he does have another. He does have another pylon. Here it goes. You don't usually bring the sentry with this, as far as I know. This is the build that I was mentioning in the last video where you fake the. Yes, this is the build I was mentioning. Yeah, you could, or Colossus.
Yeah. But
the,
Neeb might be able to guess that the Colossus is fake.
Maybe. Sometimes people don't.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who have abandoned us for Overwatch. Oh, that's a really nice force field, by the way, trapping those stalkers. So that only one of the stalkers can shoot at any given time. And the shield battery has lost a decent amount of its energy, but all the damage that herO threw down on that actually was kind of, I don't know, there's 2 other shield batteries. It doesn't even really matter. Neeb can, positionally, it's the same thing, and he's going to get a free stalker here, and he's going to get another stalker there. So Neeb is producing off 2 gateways, so he kind of has to kill 2 extra stalkers, sort of, or at least find a way to. How many stalkers is he down right now? 2.
He's down
1. Okay.
1, and then this 2 adaptive 2 sentries. But he got an Immortal in production. Obviously, Immortal's super good against stalkers, especially with shield batteries. So if he can get that Immortal out, that's going to be really, really helpful. He's a little low on, this front shield battery is pretty low in energy, but he does have a full energy shield battery in the back. So, it's going to be tricky, but he definitely has the resources in place to hold this. herO has run out of money to make stalkers, basically, and they're just making all these other units instead. And the Immortal is out.
Yep, yeah, this all-in from herO is basically on a timer until the Immortal is out, and now the Immortal is out. And so, unless he can get some miracle force fields on it, which he might actually be able to do because the way that's kind of catty-cornered on the edge of that ramp, but now that their shield battery's up and the Immortal's out, this attack from herO is basically going to fizzle out, and it's going to be really, really, really hard for him to find any damage. There are 3 shield batteries and 2 Immortals now. Neeb looks like he's going to pretty comfortably hold this. It did look pretty bad there for a second. And see, that's the kind of force field I'm talking about, where it is stuck, but there's just 3 shield batteries there. So it's going to take forever. Neeb's even going to pull his probe because he knows what the deal is. He's actually starting a War Prism, I think probably mostly to juggle the Immortals, but it'll also help him push across the map if he holds off herO here, because he is up so much economy at this point that you can kind of just push across the map. Even adding a 4th shield battery, he recognizes that herO doesn't have anything. There he goes.
Great micro there.
Yeah, and man, this is tough to see a path to victory for herO here. His army is mostly sentries, which is not great. Which Immortals are better against stalkers than they are against sentries. So that's huge. That's a great comp from herO. Gonna drop these Immortals down. We can juggle this for days. This is pretty much over. Looks like he's gonna take this game as soon as herO just decides to defeat. The sentries are even getting kind of thinned out here. Did he lose an Immortal? No. Okay, it walked out. That would have been bad. He can force field this ramp forever, which is nice. The point of the War Prism, the point of the War Prism is to make sure that he can't force field this ramp forever and then win the game by killing Nexus. I love, by the way, dropping that Immortal, which has about 1 shot worth of health. That's in the game. Yeah, as long as Neeb doesn't really go it, it should be fine. Oh, wow. Okay, well that's not great.
But he doesn't lose the Immortal to that, so that's important.
Yeah.
He just barely gets it out in time. And now there's 3 Immortals and it's only stalkers, so...
Yeah. He's going to clear this out. I like that shield battery from herO, by the way, that kind of retreat back home. It's kind of like...
exposed.
Yeah, they are, and he's actually going to lose one. And you don't necessarily want them shooting Zealots either.
Yeah.
Oh, is there one back home? What is it doing?
I guess
kind
it's
of
very low.
It doesn't matter. herO's going to GG. Neeb's going to take game number 2 after a failed 4-gate from herO. So, the build in the last game failed from herO, but it's still pretty cool. It's a build that I mentioned in the first game, but the idea is that you fake out the other Protoss by building that sentry and then building a pylon on the low ground. And then when you do that, the other Protoss will think you're expanding, and then they'll be duped into just dying to your 4-gate. It actually almost worked. That was pretty close there.
Yeah.
And if Neeb hadn't been good enough, if he had made a mistake or two with juggling those Immortals, at the end he might have ended up in kind of a tricky situation where his natural was just going to have the ramp force field forever, and herO could chip away. But Neeb's really, really good. Didn't make any mistakes, and ended up pulling it out. Pretty cool build from herO, though. I like it. I like that, I don't know, about 4 months ago, it felt like you could kind of tell what the other Protoss was doing based on their first 2 gateway units, and now it's just, like, totally anyone's guess.
Yeah, I thought that micro was really cool, how you drop the Immortals down on the low ground for its hardened shield to go through, basically, and then pick it back up and move it to the high ground once it didn't have that anymore. It's really impressive to see the micro that these high-level Protoss players can do with their units. Protoss, is really the race that has the highest, the most powerful units, and I think the highest level of individual unit micro of the 3. You might argue that Terran has more kind of overall micro, but it's usually with, large numbers of units. Whereas Protoss, you generally see the more control of these specific units. It's crazy, like, drops, Warp Prism. I mean, ever since they added the Warp Prism change where it can pick things up from several miles away, you can just do so much micro with that. And it seems like herO's Cybernetics core is, again, faster than Neeb's.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder what he's doing.
Maybe it's that one
micro
probe,
that he's doing. Yeah. It honestly might be. It is kind of cool the way that the 4-gate breaks down, where if you don't just automatically win with it after the first warp in or 2, you're banking enough gas because you're mining off 2 gases the entire time that you can start making some sentries and make it a really weird kind of positional battle. By the way, Neeb going for double adept this time instead of double stalkers.
Versus the double stalker of herO.
Yeah, interesting. herO going for that pylon on the low ground, by the way, when you're at 27 supply, has kind of become just the thing that you do every time, because you might as well.
Yeah.
Even, there's no way, it's not really exposed, and at the very worst, you are kind of head faking your opponent while you 4-gate.
This map, at least, is very clear on where not to build the pylon. It's the block nexus.
I'm glad they add those boxes, man, although I guess sometimes even Neeb will make a mistake.
Oh, this is...
Twilight.
So in the standard triangle, this is bad for Neeb. But I don't think that triangle is quite... Oh, whoops, careful with the mouse there. Is quite as true now as it used to be.
No. So, herO's cut probes, and he's making stalkers, which I think means that this is going to be that build where you expand and then build a dark shrine. Basically immediately, and it's almost like, I mean, the DTs are important, but they're almost... I'm surprised he made those stalkers. Yeah, he cut them, actually. That's interesting. He's being really indecisive. He's actually going to make the shrine before he expands. Weird. So he had 2 stalkers queued up and then just canceled them and went for the shrine and the expansion.
Maybe they were safety stalkers.
Yeah.
You see Zerg players do this where you build a spine. It's rare, not too commonly, but sometimes build a spine and then cancel it, which we always call a safety spine. And I guess the idea is that if you're banking money to save up for something, you don't actually lose anything by putting it into stalkers temporarily because you can cancel it for full resources back.
Yep.
And
so the idea here, the DTs are nice sometimes defensively, because if they're 4-gating or something dumb, then you just have DTs, or at least you can force field the ramp until you do. They'll also do some damage here, but you're not looking for anything game-ending at all. You've got a second base, obviously. You've got a robo. Actually, earlier than Neeb's even, so... And Neeb, at the same time, should be fairly safe against it. Although, he hasn't made anything out of that Stargate yet, which is interesting. Went for the robo first, and it's been dormant ever since.
Maybe it's just for, like, the, aesthetic in the base, those spinning circles.
We need more professional StarCraft 2 players who are more concerned with the aesthetics of the game.
Yeah.
They'd all be Protoss.
The intersection between StarCraft 2 and Feng Shui.
Yeah, exactly. maybe if this game becomes big in Japan at some point, that'll make its way. So hero's actually gonna
Oh, there's also an Oracle.
He's not gonna build a single DT, which is interesting. This Oracle here is not gonna find that much damage.
This has 6 kills.
Oh,
which apparently
where? At what point?
Probes.
Huh.
So I guess that Oracle did come out of that Stargate at some point.
Yeah.
And he's building a second Oracle now. And now there's also the Blink from herO.
Yeah, that second Oracle I guess you need, because otherwise
Did the Dark
other one
Shrine
doesn't do damage
finish?
anymore.
I don't think that there is a Dark Shrine, yeah.
He canceled it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very observant casting here.
Was that a safety Dark Shrine? That's interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah. that's pretty cool. I like that. I have not seen that before, but maybe that's popular. I don't know. This one Oracle is moving valiantly. That thing is very, very close to dying.
Yes.
What does herO have at home? How many stalkers does he have?
He's got 3 stalkers and a shield battery, so it'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, that's about as safe as the base gets with the 3 stalkers. Those 2 adepts, I love.
I mean, there could be like 10 Tempests there. That would make it pretty safe.
Or just 1 Archon. I love that those 2 adepts are in the mineral line too. Just standing guard.
Yeah.
I got it. It's like when we play Rocket League and I'm also on the field and you're doing things, but I'm also on the field. By the way, Neeb is grabbing it. Yeah, I was about to say he's grabbing a faster +1. So, can you check the immortal count real quick? They should be even.
0 to 0,
no.
so they are. Oh no, 1 to 0 now.
No, it's 1 to 0. That's a soccer score. But they're basically. Oh, it's
1
actually
to 0 is a soccer score.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much anything could be a soccer score.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's definitely not a football score, at least. Anyways, NFL. I mean, I'm not trying to make some weird comment about British people.
There isn't some crazy rule by which you can do a 1-point conversion without scoring a touchdown, I assume.
No, unfortunately not. So, herO is getting charged. You'd expect the Templar Archives to come down at the same time. Neeb looks like he's prepping to take a 3rd, but he's also taking 4 gates at the same time. Which is a little bit... How many gates does herO have right now? Is he still just on the first 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Wow,
He's
he's
adding
really
a 3rd
skipping.
now.
He's going in, they're both gonna tech to charge one Archon here, which is the super standard PvP where you just make a gazillion super beefy immortals and a gazillion Archons. Oh, I like this. He's actually gonna catch the death. He might catch 2 of them.
All the
No,
kill
just
is
the
the
1.
Oracle.
Yep. Was it worth it, Neeb? Was it worth it?
Oracle training school must be like 50% learning how to cast a revelation just before you die.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. or in God, who just played in GSL and lost every single Oracle to a Widowmine?
Oh.
It was Deer.
Yeah.
In Deer's Oracles, they don't have training.
Their training was to find widow mines.
Yeah, or to put their will in order.
Yeah.
Before they go out into the battle.
This is a lot of Archons or Immortals. He's gonna be up to 5, and herO hasn't started his 4th yet.
I was surprised that herO had so few gateways because he's really late on his.
Okay.
Oh,
wait.
Neeb.
Wait.
There's no way that's better, right? I'm confused.
No, it was in the same. He just accidentally canceled it.
Oh,
there's no other explanation, right? It was in the same place.
No. There's no other explanation.
You're just gonna be really confused when he scouts. Oh, maybe you're not gonna scout it. You scout the Nexus again and see it's gone down in progress.
This is a really cool mind game because herO's now going to think that Neeb's 3rd is later than it is.
Yeah.
When in fact, he invested those minerals a long time ago. By the way, herO has no forge.
Yeah,
and
Neeb has a big supply advantage, too.
Neeb's plus 2 is halfway finished. And he used to have a way earlier 3rd at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure what herO's been investing his money in.
Maybe Neeb felt it just wasn't fair how good he was at PvP.
Maybe.
And just wanted to give himself a bit of a handicap, although he's now a little bit out of position. Because there's a big warp in with 2 Immortals in the main and a warp in. And he unpowers a bunch
control
of stuff.
power line.
Yeah.
2 in control power line.
He's going to lose the plus 2.
God.
That's big. Oh, no,
yeah.
he doesn't.
Oh. Come on, send that Zealot in, please. Okay, thank you. Oh my god, but the Immortal did finish. That's nice. And he's actually going to get one of the Immortals here before herO picks up. So that's a pretty big mistake for herO. At the same time, though, that attack is not going to do anything from herO. There's just too many Immortals there, man. There's 3 Archons even. herO, this is a weird game. I don't understand. I really don't know what herO spent his money on. He was super indecisive with his tech. I don't know why he canceled the Dark Shrine necessarily. He's building it again because of that old maxim about what you do when you're behind. His 3rd base is finished.
herO needs to power up this Forge, though. He hasn't repowered the Forge that is making his plus 2. Only doing it now.
This is a wonky series.
But that was like at least 20 seconds that it just, I think, it's not building for any reason. And that's he basically have plus 2 now, if you wanted.
Yeah, but herO hasn't even started a Forge.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just playing this whole game without upgrades.
Yeah, sometimes I forget to get upgrades, too.
Yeah. Yes, but, yes. It's odd, man. This has been a very wacky game because I'm really not sure what herO has been investing in. He has the same tech as Neeb. Neeb did some damage
Neeb
with
doesn't
the
have
Oracle.
a Dark Shrine, Ezra.
He doesn't. Oh man, this is rough. I mean, that Oracle did do a decent amount of damage. Oh, does this not have energy? No, what's he doing? Oh, he's gonna stasis ward. Oh my god, herO. Okay, he noticed.
Okay,
That's still a nice
yeah.
stasis ward though. It's way better than you expect to get.
But he could have also just killed like at least 6 probes there.
Yeah.
The feedback.
I love that. Meanwhile, Neeb is bearing down on hero's third base, and he just has such an army advantage. His +2 is finished, and he's even up an Archon, and he's up like 5 Immortals now. Way more than 5 Immortals. He's just going to crush through this.
Yeah.
Neeb is absolutely... Oh, that poor High Templar. Oh, he's just going to get bopped. Those auto attacks are not enough. Hero's just going to be chased back into his natural.
But there's a Dark Templar, Ezra.
You know, there is no Observer with this army, so eventually... it will die. We'll just have to wait for it.
He actually lost one. No, okay. He's taking some damage from the Archons. Okay. Oh, that's not an Observer. That's hero's Observer.
Is he? He's running out actually because of these two
Yeah.
DTs. There's no other reason. That's hilarious.
Got like 20 Immortals.
I know. Look at the supplies, and he's running away. He needs these
Yeah.
two. He needs these 2 observers ASAP. He needs to research observer speed. I'll tell you that much. So he'll wait for the observers, and then he'll just walk across the map and take this game. Look at so many zealots. That's a.
Oh, he's dropping stalkers to kill the Observer.
Oh my god! Please get it.
Oh my! Wow.
herO! There is a second observer though,
There
right?
was
Did you get
somewhere.
both of them?
Where is it?
Oh,
there's
okay,
a
there's
revelation.
Revelation.
Gets that.
Thank
Does
God.
he get both of them? But there's more. There's 4 more. There's a. Okay, so here's the closest observer. He's got. Okay, he has an observer. Oh, does he see it? Does herO see it?
Oh my god, herO! Please.
herO doesn't see it.
Oh.
He isn't looking. He could have gotten that. Wow.
He
That's a
could have
game-losing
extended this
mistake
game.
there.
He could have extended this game a little bit longer for us. Okay, this observer does finally make it across. So many Immortals with this army, by the way.
Yeah.
This is one BT in a dream. It's not going to happen, Ben. I hate to tell you. Neeb's going to take game number 3, take the 2-1 lead in the series, put herO up against the ropes.
So we now find ourselves on Neon Violet Square, one of the really big maps. As Neeb is now on match point. If he wins this game, he wins the entire tournament. Interestingly, the finals were originally going to be a best of 7, but they ended up short on time, and they decided to shorten it to a best of 5 instead.
Wow.
So Neeb knows that if he wins this, then he wins a lot of money and finally gets the tournament win back on his belt. And herO knows that he needs to win this game to get, back into the series, and he's going to win 2 in a row if he wants to win. Or he needs to win 2 in a row to take the series. So a lot of pressure on both players here, really. I think Neeb is probably going to be. Let's see. When was the last time that herO won a tournament?
Oh boy. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I don't think he's not won anything recently.
No. Did he win anything in 2017? I'm not sure he did.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't remember. I don't think so. I mean, he's always been one of the better. Always. He's been one of the better Protosses for a while.
No, always.
Oh boy. Hey, what is this? What is? All right. Okay. I'm suspicious of this probe, Ben. Change my mind.
There could
I think
be.
this probe.
Let's see. So, is it going to be a Nexus or is it going to be a Dark Shrine or a Stargate or something? What do you think?
Okay, so
it's probably not a Nexus.
I was really hoping for Nexus because how nuts would that be if on match point Neeb just decided to hide a base?
Importantly, he gets those
not.
minerals. Probes should be able to use the minerals they're holding in the building they construct.
I agree. The pylon is kind of made of minerals, isn't it? The one in the middle, the big thing in the middle.
Yeah, that's true. It's just a mineral.
Someone who knows about the lore in this game, please inform us. But it does
You should just be able to ram a big unit into a mineral crystal and just turn it into a pylon, which is probably not really worth it because these have 1,800. Isn't it? See this one on the left here? This has 900, and then this little one on its right has twice as much.
And that is weird. But Ben, and it is a product of Stargate, by the way.
Yes.
But more importantly, you could just ram units into your opponent's mineral
good
lines
point. And then
all
you
the
also,
time.
if the mothership core was still in there, you could ram a unit into your opponent's minerals and then overcharge it.
Yeah, it would be way overpowered. That would be a huge problem. Nobody will get. Hey, by the way, herO is going for Stargate, which is the worst possible thing that he could have against this because, best case scenario, you know, okay, so best case scenario is that Neeb makes an oracle first, and
Oh,
maybe even queues
Ezra.
up a second oracle. Oh my god. Oh, I love this. This is PvP at its finest, my
Yeah.
friends.
But
This
herO
is
Stargate is
perfect.
closer.
Yes.
It's also
it
rallied
is, but
back to his. Let's see. Okay, does he?
it's building later.
He may have. It looks like he got a full scout, so he may have noticed the lack of things. Because they both went double adept, unsurprisingly. As obviously you need to get the extra gas.
Yep.
So it looks like herO is thinking that it's proxy Stargate, but okay, he is getting the oracle. So both players are getting the oracles.
But he's rallying it back home. So
we definitely don't want to rally the oracle back. Oh, you think he thinks it's like a DTs or something?
Yeah, from herO's perspective, it is almost definitely either DTs or Stargate. And the thing that you want against Stargate is a Phoenix, and the thing you want against DTs is an Oracle. And if you don't guess right, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna guess Oracle, and he's gonna guess DTs, and he's guessed wrong. He's actually building a second Oracle. Probably that one would go into Neeb's base.
But he does he gets
does
the
have
shield,
the shield
battery, so
battery.
that sort of ensures you against the oracle.
Yeah, that's true. Although, so that's, I guess, why Neeb builds the second Oracle, is just in case that happens. This Oracle is going to run riot in Neeb's base.
Yeah.
How many kills does it have?
9.
9. Oh my god. Yikes. But Neeb is only down 3 workers, and he's going to start to even that up really quickly. Well, not really quickly. He's going to even it up eventually, because he does have a second Oracle coming, and second Oracle is when you... Oh, also, the shield battery is out of energy.
Yeah.
So, herO's just going to lose all of his probes.
Okay.
Everybody, that's pretty much going to be it.
11 kills on the first oracle. In comes the second oracle, tag team.
In comes... Oh, this is when herO puts his head in his hand. That shield battery has some energy for half a second, but that's going to be pretty much it.
Oh, he runs to the other
down
shield
to 12
battery,
workers.
which dies to his units
Yeah.
to try and get out of the base. I guess if he has 4 stalkers, he doesn't need that shield battery. And if your probes are just sitting away from the mineral line to be next to a shield battery to not die to an oracle, that's not really the way that you win the game. And now we see a Twilight from Neeb. Maybe he's going to go Dark Templar. That would be fun. He's probably not going to, but it would be fun if he did.
I hope that he builds Blink. herO. So herO's going to play this game out, but he is in trouble. He's down 10 workers.
Yeah.
He does have some oracles, but Neeb also has 5 stalkers parked in his mineral line.
It looks like Neeb actually lost an oracle though.
If you're Neeb and you have to think about how you might lose this game, pretty much the only threat right now is these oracles coming in and randomly killing a bunch of probes. So
he doesn't fall off though.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, there's no way though, because there's 6 stalkers. He can dedicate 2 stalkers to the adepts and then the other 4 to this oracle. Oh, this is cool. He might be able to get that pylon once he gets the charge for it. These oracles are going to be rebuffed. What? Neeb! Okay, alright. What if we just sat there and watched herO kill like 8 workers for Neeb? But luckily that didn't happen.
The stalker almost dies to 2 adepts.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the Phoenix out now from Neeb on top of these oracles. Although he doesn't micro it correctly. If he'd microed it, then he could have at least killed 1 oracle. But now he might not kill either of them.
No, he should get both of them.
But there's the shield battery here.
Okay. Did he get there in time? Okay, it saves it. That's nice. He is gonna die for it. Oh, he's not even gonna die for it. He might just die. Oh well. That shield battery, I love that, by the way. I love counting on the stalkers being far enough away from the mineral line that you can actually get the stasis fort down. So, alright, zooming out of this game real quick. Neeb is now up only 3 workers because herO's been probing the whole time and Neeb has not. Neeb does have a natural that is building, and herO absolutely cannot do that anytime soon because he should have, or he'll do it. Alright, never mind. It's risky though, because Neeb theoretically should have a way bigger army, but instead Neeb has gone for this natural.
Yeah.
It'll be halfway finished before herO's. herO will have better immortal count. Neeb has actually lower army supply than you would expect.
Yeah.
That's interesting. He has a slight tech advantage. He has 5 more workers, which is pretty significant.
Almost done.
Yeah. He has 5 more workers, which is pretty significant. His natural is basically finished, which is also pretty significant. When herO lost all those workers, I kind of thought the game was over immediately, but I don't know. Things might work out. StarCraft is a weird game.
Yeah, he's able to pick off a few workers with his oracles. That helps a little bit. So I guess the next question is whether Neeb's going to be aggressive at all with this blink. Doesn't look like it right now. He's just flying the oracle in, and it's not going to really do anything. But he does have a lot of stalkers here. And if he were to be able to blink on top of that Immortal, that could be pretty good. But obviously that's a pretty risky play. If herO has enough units,
Yep.
then you could really throw away your lead. But he's now 33 to 22 probes. He's still building probes, and herO, despite the fact that he built a Nexus, isn't building any more than 22 probes. I think that's really, really questionable. Why would you do that? Why would you expand if you're not going to build any more workers?
Yeah, I think he's just afraid. I think the getting the natural that early was a little risky because he knows how big Neeb's army could potentially be, and so in exchange he decided to cut probes and just get a little bit more of an army out. He needs that War Prison, the micro, and everything.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of sentries actually, which is interesting. Oh, is he going to push across the map? Okay. Interesting. Wow, these armies are going to run into each other.
Oh,
you know, oh my god, herO.
Oh my god, he just lost the Immortals in the War Prison.
I didn't even want to say anything about it because it seems so impossible. Oh, that's the end of the series.
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
And
He's
that
going to win
feels,
this.
it has to feel like an awful way to lose.
I mean, herO was already way down.
Yeah.
Just looking at the worker count, herO was way down. But losing the Warp Prism with two Immortals in it, that's going to be it, guys. Neeb is going to take the series.
Yeah, I mean,
take the series.
Yeah, but it sort of feels like it just makes you feel like you're just worse than your opponent. You make that kind of mistake, and you know you're already at a high level Korean losing to a foreigner in the finals of the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
GG.
Well, GG. Neeb takes the series 3-1. Thank you guys for watching. There will be 2 videos on the screen you can click if you'd like to. You know, comment, like, subscribe, all that, yada, yada, yada. Most importantly, have a good day, and thank you once again for watching.